You know how I feel about politicians, but this one right here definitely takes the cake.
Did I know that the internet was going to respond this way? It is 2022 and I'm a black woman. Of course, deep down, not even that deep, I knew that y'all would act this way towards a black queer woman. I introduced a comprehensive, age appropriate, culturally relevant, pleasure based sexual health curriculum in Rhode Island in 2021 and in 2022. Y'all gotta treat black queer women better, please.
Before I go any further, we all know how I feel about politicians. I think they're all no good. I don't care what political party they're in. They're all in it for themselves, for notoriety. But this woman she's the cream of the crop, if you will. That right there was a sitting Rhode Island state senator. Her name is Tiara Mack. She assumed office in 2021 after beating a long-term incumbent to represent District 6 in the state of Rhode Island. She took it upon herself on vacation to do a headstand basically and twerk. And I don't give a shit. I don't think anybody gives a shit that she's out twerking, having fun. She's on vacation. She's with her friends or whatever she's doing. No one cares. But I think they start to care when she posts it on her social media for attention. She's looking for attention, and she got it. She got national attention. She was on Tucker Carlson. She was on national news. People are talking about this all over the country. Most of it not good. But of course, Miss Mack doesn't care because what she did to get her name out there, and she did it to get her program awareness, if you will, or her, what I like to call groups awareness, if you will. She's a black woman, obviously, but she likes telling people she's the first black female queer LGBTQ senator ever elected in the state of Rhode Island. And she's proud of that. And quite frankly, good for her. She went to school, she went to college, she wanted to be a politician, and she won office. Her platforms I don't agree with, but that's just me. You heard her say that she had introduced legislation to teach what she called an age-appropriate, culturally relevant, pleasure-based curriculum in schools. Age-appropriate? I don't think so, because as far as I understand, from what I could find, it was for young kids before high school. This is her thing. She wants to get this out there. We see it all over the country. These teachers want to push this gender trash down the throats of young children because that's what they do, so they want everybody else's kids to do it too. Apparently, her legislation made no ground whatsoever in 2021, and this year, supposedly, it gained some ground. It was never made law. Hopefully, it won't make law. But that's not the only reason she was twerking, because she's upset about the Roe decision, of course, because she's a liberal, progressive Democrat in a blue state. She's not happy about it. So listen to what she had to say about her twerking video and body autonomy.
By now, many of you may have seen the video of me twerking upside down on the beach on my day off. There have been good and there have been bad comments, but the conversation has not shifted towards why my body is a topic of conversation in the news in the first place. A little over 2 weeks ago, the United States Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade, which now leaves abortion and the right to abortion up to states to decide. Of my previous videos, I have talked about how blue states, including Rhode Island, are not safe, even though many have the perception that we are in the wake of the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The conversations about my body twerking upside down are directly correlated to the conversation that's happening in the United States right now. The crux of the conversation around abortion is about body autonomy. The crux of the conversation around trans rights is about body autonomy, and the crux of the conversation around intersex rights is about body autonomy.
What she did basically was about body autonomy, because that's what Roe was about. It was about people not being able to go get an abortion if they wanted to. And again, I spoke about that. I have differing views on that subject. I choose not to talk about it, but I could go either way depending on the situation. But she also says that body autonomy has a lot to do with, and I quote, because of the Roe decision, body autonomy, trans rights, body autonomy, and intersex rights. Whatever the hell intersex is, I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is. What does twerking in a bikini on a beach and then posting it to your social media, what does that have to do with abortion, LGBTQ, trans rights, and this intersex thing? What does it have to do with it? In my opinion, absolutely nothing. Quite frankly, I don't know if she hurt her chances of re-election, but being Rhode Island and knowing what the Rhode Island politicians are all about and the constituents they serve, chances are she'll get reelected. Why, I don't know, because the Rhode Island Senate always took pride in being a very professional, if you will, chamber. It's a lot different from the House of Representatives. And I have to wonder, if the Senate president knows about that video. I'm sure he does. And I'd love to know how he feels about it. She mentions in another clip, I don't think I have that one, but she mentions that the Senate president has been a politician for close to 40 years. And way, way, way back in the day, he shoplifted some condoms, whatever, big deal. It's 100 years ago. But she says that everybody has a nickname for him. Excuse me, I'm not going to use it. But apparently she thinks he's the life of the party. I don't know him personally. I'm sure he's a great guy. But how does he feel when a member of his chamber posts a video like that to social media for all the world to see? And then she's basically saying that I did this because it has everything to do with abortion, trans rights, intersex, and everything else boiled into one. All of their clubs, like I say, groups, communities. They're a community. It has everything to do with that. I disagree. I think what she did only made herself look bad. And she'll go on to say that because she's black and she's queer, people treat her differently. And again, I disagree with that. Why are they treating her differently? Because she's black or trans or LGBTQ or queer? I thought they all meant the same. Why is you, being a black woman, educated in the state of Rhode Island, why are they treating you differently? They're treating you differently because you're looking for attention. And that's what she got. But in this next clip I'm going to show you, she talks about her education and how she believes she should be treated.
Honey, baby, this ain't it. Because I have an Ivy League degree and I'm a sitting state senator. It's not about what I'm wearing. It's not about what I'm doing. They won't respect me regardless. It is 2022 and I'm a black woman. Of course, deep down, not even that deep, I knew that y'all would act this way towards a black queer woman. Y'all are consistent. But sadly, I've been called worse things on the internet than like me upside down twerking. I was called a pedophile and a groomer by hundreds of thousands of people, and I even received a piece of mail to my home. Y'all gotta treat black queer women better.
And if you go on and look for more clips of Miss Mack, she says several times that she's Ivy League educated. She's a Brown University graduate. She's a sitting state senator. And they want respect. She wants respect, regardless of being, as she says, queer and black and a woman. She wants respect. She demands it. Well, one, what does an Ivy League education have to do with anything? Because I'm pretty sure in your Ivy League education classes, you weren't twerking in front of the professor. They weren't teaching dance or how to twerk in front of the professor. And quite frankly, no one gives a shit that you went to Brown University. Good for you. I applaud you. Congratulations. You got a good education. But you're using your platform as a state senator to push what I like to say, propaganda, to shove this LGBTQ gender shit down the throats of kids. And it's wrong. And you're a sitting state senator. And you took it upon yourself to do that little dance on a beach and show the world. Because you knew, of course, that the internet was going to explode. You knew people were going to say bad things. But in my opinion, I've said this before, the people in these communities do it for attention. They do it for drama. No one cares what they do. No one cares that this senator was twerking. Have a ball, twerk all you want. But don't put the twerking with the issues you feel deeply about, because it makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. Abortion, trans rights, LGBTQ plus 3 minus 2 divided by 7. Every day it adds something else. I don't know what any of it means. I really don't care. You people do whatever you want. That video had absolutely nothing to do with your issues with Roe or the LGBTQ community. People don't care. They only care when you shove it down their throat, when you advertise it day and night, and when you claim that you're treated differently because you're black and queer. I don't give a fuck if you're green and queer. I don't care if you're blue and straight. No one gives a shit. Only you give a shit because you're looking for the attention to get your message out there. And I, for one, hope that your legislation never gets passed. And if it does, it should only be for college-age kids. Not elementary school, not middle school, and as far as I'm concerned, if they're under 18, not high school. It has no place in educating our kids about gender identity, pleasure-based, culturally relevant, whatever the hell she called it. Our schools are no place to teach that shit. College, okay. You want to have groups and sessions where you teach adults? Go ahead, knock yourself out. There's no place in our schools for that kind of shit when these kids are just trying to grow up and learn. And they'll find their way someday. They don't need Senator Mack or any of these other LGBTQ proponents shoving it down their throat. And that's it. I've had enough of it, and I know it's never going to go away. And I've said this a million times. I don't care what you do, and the majority of the people do not care what you do. You posted that video for attention, and that's exactly what you got. So, of course, people are going to talk about it, and you say you're okay with it. Nobody's disrespecting this senator because she's black and queer, because no one cares. If they're saying negative things, it's because what she did, which was an innocent dance, but she insisted on posting it on social media for all to see. And then at the end of it, vote Mac, she says. And that's wrong. And that's my opinion. And that's my rant. If you haven't already liked this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. You'll be notified. You'll never miss an Share this video. Get the message out there. Our school system is no place for this kind of curriculum. It just can't be. College, go ahead. Young adults, do what you got to do. Knock yourself out. Not to kids under 18 years old. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you real soon with something else to rant about. Have a great night.